You're an older guy and you're into younger women? Then pay attention, because there are certain habits that when you do them, instead of seeming mature and interesting, you just come off as try-hard, needy, or even outdated. And in this video, I'm going to show you 5 unattractive habits that younger women hate to see in older guys. If you're over 35 and want to be the kind of man who attracts through confidence and maturity, watch until the end, because the last habit is the most dangerous of all. Trying to look too young. Oh honey, let me tell you something straight up, with that sweet tone of someone who wants to see you shine, trying to look younger than you are, just to get a younger woman's attention, is shooting yourself in the foot. And a big one. You know when you start using slang that doesn't even suit you? Or wear those trendy clothes like a 20-year-old trying to impress? Yeah, we notice it right away. And you know what we feel? That you're trying to be something you're not. And that, darling, kills the whole vibe of a mature, confident man who knows what he wants. We don't want a delayed little boy with a young soul, we want a man. The kind who has posture, presence, who owns his age with pride, because he knows that's part of the charm. And look, when you're just yourself with all your experience, your calmer, firmer ways, that's when we melt. So forget about trying to look like a kid. Because believe me, you're 1,000 times sexier being the real man you are. Being too controlling or fatherly. Oh baby, now listen up, because this is a mistake that a lot of mature men make without even realizing it, acting like they're the woman's father. And no, that's not sexy, it's suffocating. You know that way of lecturing, correcting everything she says, always trying to teach like you're the only one who knows things? Yeah, that doesn't show wisdom, it shows control disguised as care. And let me tell you a secret, we don't want a dad, we want a man. A man who guides, who inspires, who protects, yes, but who also knows how to listen, respect space, and understand that she's there as a woman, not as a helpless little girl. When you step into the know-it-all role, you kill the connection, sabotage the attraction, and become annoying. But when you lead with ease, confidence, and that calm vibe of someone who doesn't need to force it, then you become irresistible. So drop the lecture, release the control, and play as an equal, because that's how you make her want you more every day. Bad-mouthing her generation. Sweetheart, nothing makes a younger woman roll her eyes faster than a guy who only complains about her generation. You know that talk like back in my day it was better, you're all too soft, nowadays nobody's worth anything? Oh honey, that sounds so grumpy, so tired, so off vibe, you have no idea. Instead of sounding mature, you just sound stuck in a past nobody wants to return to. And you know what's sexier? A man who, even with all his life experience, chooses to look ahead, who listens without judgment, who's curious instead of critical. When you open up to understand her world, her tastes, her thoughts, how she sees life, you build connection. And when there's connection, honey, everything flows with delicious ease. So forget trying to prove your time was better. Show her you're the kind of man who evolves, who adapts, who knows how to seduce with maturity, without sounding bitter. Now that is irresistible. Neediness disguised as attention. Ah, sweetheart, now we're going to touch on something that, honestly, is more common than it seems, and it's a huge turn-off. A lot of older men think they're being attentive, caring, present, when in reality, they're just overflowing with disguised neediness. And trust me, we can feel it from miles away. You know when you text all the time, reply in seconds, keep asking where she is, who she's with, what she's doing, why she hasn't replied yet. Yeah, that's not affection, that's insecurity. And let me be real with you, the more you pressure her, the more she pulls away. A younger woman wants a man who's grounded, who has an interesting life, who's not desperate for attention all the time. The charm of an older guy is in his calm, his peace, in that I know my worth and I don't need to chase energy. You want to be irresistible? Then show that you're busy with your own interests, that you don't need validation to feel good, that you have your own world, and she's welcome in it, but she's not your lifeline. When you radiate that confident, secure, even slightly mysterious energy, baby, that's when she starts chasing you. So please, less urgency, more presence. And remember, people who shine don't beg to be noticed. Are you a man or just neediness with a beard? Choose wisely. Flaunting success or status, look my king. Let me tell you something we all know but sometimes forget when trying to impress. Talking about your car, your money, your trips, the company you own, babe, that gets old fast and can even push people away. Seriously, if you're really a successful man, you don't need to show it off all the time. Women can tell, yes, but what they really want is to feel that you're confident, that you don't need to buy attention with status. When you brag too much, it just feels like you're begging for admiration, and no one likes giving that for free. Now, when you show up calm, simple, with that natural confidence that doesn't need a spotlight, her curiosity kicks in. She wants to know more, she comes closer, she wants to figure you out. Respect grows, desire builds, and the game gets way more exciting. So my love, hold back the urge to show off and let your attitude speak. That's way sexier than any fat wallet. My loves, let me open my heart to you, because this topic is way deeper than it seems. Younger women are drawn to older men not because of a number on a document, but because of the energy they carry, a calmer, steadier, more present energy that comes from experience, emotional control, and that kind of wisdom only time brings. This has everything to do with stoic habits, with how you choose to carry yourself in life and in relationships, inspiring trust and respect without forcing anything. But look, all of this powerful image can fall apart if you slip into those unattractive habits in older men that, believe me, young women hate when older men do them. It's those little behaviors and dating mistakes that make her lose interest, break the magic of attraction, and keep you from building the kind of relationship you really want. If you want to truly attract younger women, you need to understand what they actually find attractive, and it's not just the body or status, but mainly your attitude, emotional balance, and maturity, which are all results of modern stoicism and the ongoing practice of emotional control in relationships. If you've ever read Marcus Aurelius' Meditations or a quote about stoicism, you know this ancient philosophy teaches exactly that, the power of being firm, calm, and present, qualities that are key to staying attractive and winning the heart of a younger woman. Now, if you really want to win and keep her interest, you have to avoid the common mistakes many men make, because being an older man dating younger women takes more than just good intentions. It's about being the man she hasn't found among guys her age, the one who radiates confidence without needing to flaunt, who has presence and knows what he wants, without losing his lightness. It's about standing firm with the wisdom that comes from stoicism, applying principles of serenity, self-control, and presence. And for you on this journey of learning how to date younger women and keep the relationship healthy, know that the key is building habits that truly attract, not just in appearance but in essence. Young women dating older men are looking for that emotional maturity that makes all the difference, and you can be that man, the one who knows how to stay emotionally grounded in relationships and who is always growing. If this video helped you understand these points better, identifying what turns women off and what pulls them in, drop a like, comment your questions or experiences below, and subscribe to the channel. Because there's a lot more coming, with practical tips on stoic habits, insights about what stoicism is, and how to use it all to not just be a more attractive man, but an incredible partner for younger women. See you in the next videos, my loves.